One thing I don't understand is the concern of the northerners when it comes to the issue of Biafra, issue of people from the Igbo land. I don't understand why they are always so eager, because what is happening in the north is worse, 100 times worse than what is happening in the southeast. But they will not say anything concerning that. It is only the Igbos. Even we know that there's this alignment between the north and the southwest, especially southwest. Not, when you want to talk about the south, we have the south, the southeast, and the southwest. In the north, you have the south, north central, south whatever, but not whatever, but they are always together. You just see them as north because they are always aligning. So when you come to the south, you can't just say, oh, all south together. You just want to lump them up. No, you see that there's that this cordial relationship between the southwest and the north generally. You see that the southwest, they have a um this kind of soft spot for this northerners. Meanwhile, when it comes to the issue of a Fulani men and all of that, they are even bearing the brunt more than the people from the southeast in Igbo land. But if they will not come out, apart from Igbo that came out and said this, and a lot of them, they did not even align with him till today. But when you see an ordinary person talking from the southwest, especially Lagos, they will always try to vilify the Igbos, but they don't even use the same energy they use in vilifying the Igbos on the northerners who have made their life uncomfortable. And you see, even with all the things happening, you see that even the northerners, of course, I don't know the kind of a relationship, whether because of the religion or whatever. You know that people believe that the Igbos do not have respect, and which is a lie from the pit of hell. And those who always talk about respect and respect, not that they really have that respect in full term, but all this hypocrisy and what have you. Somebody will be doubling for you, will be prostrating for you. You are this and that. But within, you know that even with the person, within the person inside, the person is not even respecting you, or they go behind you instead of them to hit the nail on the head that, oh, you have done this, or you have done this, you have not done this. Oh, person will know your stand on a particular thing. No, they just try to be diplomatic, and that is where the Igbos are different. They will give you to you as it is, or you can't say because you be elder. You want to press my throat and make a no talk because you be elder. No, he doesn't work that way. But that's let's even leave that. The issue of insecurity in the north and the insecurity, man-made insecurity in the southeast. You see that the northerners, they don't even come out in their droves to condemn the insecurity happening in the north. But when it comes to the southeast, oh, they begin to shout. Recently, they gave us a statistics of numbers of people of Fulani herdsmen who were affected in Anambra, or in the southeast generally, but I think it's Anambra, one of the eastern states. But they cannot give account of how people are being, taken down in the north. This issue of Simon Ekpa, that is where we are going to. This issue of Simon Ekpa. Why are these guys jubilating that a Finland government is working on how to, whether they want to deport him or whatever they want to do, promising Nigerian government? They will put it on their head. I remember when Nnamdi Kanu was brought back to Nigeria, they celebrated it more than any other person. They so much celebrated it, and that is the same thing that is happening with the Ekpa's case. The northern elders are telling Tinubu what to do. You see the issue of a constitution or no constitution. They have quickly told Tinubu that these guys, they are trying to come through the back door to make sure that Biafra becomes a reality. Meanwhile, some of their people are talking about a Arewa Republic. That is a different ballgame entirely. But the issue, the cocoa now, is the issue of a Ekpa. Why are they so much interested? We saw all the things that Buhari and Malami, all the shenanigans they did and what have you, which is still causing problem everywhere. Causing problem everywhere. Repatriating Ekpa, so they should repatriate Ekpa so he will face his crimes of inciting Southeast into various anti-nationalistic moves. Of course, this is one of the statements coming from the north. What about Boko Haram? The same question we are asking. What about Boko Haram? What about ISWAP? They've not arrested one person, and these people have been there. Like I said, the insecurity in the north is is worse than what is happening in other regions. And they will try to paint it, try to, like, make it a not a big deal. But whatever that is happening in the north, in the south, it becomes a big deal to them. I don't know whether Simon Ekpa manufactured the numbers of people in the southeast that want to exit Nigeria. Let truth be told, majority of the southeasterners want to leave Nigeria. Constitutionally, it will be difficult because it is not in our constitution, and the north doesn't even want to include it because they are majority in the house. Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu, we know. We don't even know others. Allow Biafra to go fight insurgency in the north. Let the Igbo elite who feel they have arrived leave us alone. The insurgency in the north is something that they don't want to be talking about every time. And you see the something that, okay, if anything happens that you see, oh, they still or no gunmen did this to the officers, police officers, and all of that, which is condemnable. What we are talking now is that the same thing happens in the north every now and then. It's just a normal thing, but nobody's going to be talking about it. And you see the effort that instead of them to go for the people who perpetrated this evil, they will begin to go after the innocent people. That is exactly what we are talking about. What is good for the goose is good for the ganders. Why this whole thing? Why the issue of a Biafra or the Igbo people is always something that agitates them, that infuriates them, that some people will not want some people will use some sort of a language which you don't even want to use here, so it's just so ridiculous, so ridiculous. They want to publicize him more. The matter is about to enter into the international stage where justice shall be served. God Almighty shall see him through. God Almighty shall see Nnamdi Kanu through, and step they take shall end up in futility, while the sun Biafra shall continue to rise more and more. Now they have gone to tell Tinubu that these people, they are looking for a way to make sure Biafra comes to be, and that is exactly what they are using against Peter Obi. Oh, if this man enters, he's going to turn everything to Biafra. This thing. What Tinubu is doing now? Who is fooling who right now as we speak? So why are the elders meeting Tinubu because of this Ekpa issue again? Why? Maybe you have answers to that. So guys, I'll leave your comment down there below and let us have your take.